California leaders today announcing new and relaxed COVID guidelines for indoor performances and gatherings like concerts and live sporting events, even wedding receptions. Those guidelines will go into effect in just a couple of weeks now. 17's Ashley Zavala is in our Sacramento bureau tonight to explain the new rule changes.
Large gatherings, live performances, conferences, and receptions can all resume April 15th under new rules the state released today. Capacity limits will not only be determined on a county's tier status, but also on whether guests have been vaccinated or tested.
We will continue to be cautious, science-driven, and step-by-step so that we can ensure that there is no changes to the broader environment.
California's top health and economic officials Friday say they're giving the green light on gatherings and live events that have been prohibited now for more than a year. Starting April 15th, indoor live events will be allowed in red, orange, and yellow tiers. Capacity limits start at 10% in the red tier and increase depending on a county's tier status or if venues require proof of full vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test. Large venues will require proof of full vaccination or test for counties in the red tier, which currently encompasses most of California. Masks will be required for everyone, social distancing for some.
Fully vaccinated sections that are separated off can sit shoulder to shoulder. So this is really critical because this is going to really be a pathway to allowing venues to really to meet the capacity limits that are currently in the blueprint.
Receptions and conferences can also begin with capacity limits based on tier status, whether it's indoor or outdoor, and whether proof of vaccination or test is required.
And also really focusing on making sure that privacy is protected and that equity is protected. So that's what the state will be doing. The state itself does not plan to get into the business of doing this. We're really going to leave that up to the private sector.
On top of this announcement, state health officials said as early as next week, the state could once again relax the rules for the blueprint for reopening, allowing counties to move to less restrictive tiers more easily. 4 million doses of the vaccine need to be distributed to the most vulnerable zip codes across the state. In order for that to happen, they say so far we're at about 3.6 million. Reporting in Sacramento, Ashley Zavala, 17 News.